You know what, Mr. Butler, sir? I would like to speak to the Count as well. Maybe he has a little bit of input on the fact that we're dating Carlotta? Are we dating her? Is a kiss sealing the deal? Or is that just the way they conduct business in Ankh-Morpork?
I see Sir has returned.
Sir has returned, indeed.
Sir, who would Sir like to see?
The Count.
Is the Count receiving guests? Your interest in the Mundy case wouldn't have something to do with your missing companion, would it?
Why, Mr. Luton, I'm impressed.
You should be impressed.
You actually do have some detective skills.
What's the deal?
He was my friend. Perhaps my last friend. He was a dwarf of simple tastes, and when I was younger, he drove my carriage for me. These days, given that I am confined to the conservatory, I have no need for a driver, but I kept Regin on the payroll so that I should have someone to talk to.
When did he go missing?
3 days ago.
Dun dun dun.
He took the carriage out that night and has not been seen since.
And you thought Carlotta might have employed me to look for him?
I was hoping, yes.
Alas, she does not give a shit.
You could always employ me to find him.
Wouldn't that be a conflict of interests?
I don't see why. Anyway, there isn't a conflict of interest that I know about that couldn't be solved with a generous cash settlement.
Be assured that if you can find Regin, I can offer you substantial recompense.
Then I'll see what I can do. The Count gave me an iconograph of Reagan to help my investigations. My mind was already racing. 3 days ago, the Milka arrives. 3 days ago, Reagan disappears. Now, I believe in coincidences. Coincidences happen every day. But I don't trust coincidences. Something deeper was going on here, and I was going to find out what. Because I can't stand a secret, and because I have a burning need to find the truth.
Well, luckily you became a detective, because that's perfect.
But mostly because there was a wad of money in it for me if I found out.
Again, being a detective. Perfect. Da-da-da-da. Impressive beard.
Do you know anything about the Milka's cargo?
I'm sorry, but I don't get...
I didn't want to discuss the Golden Sword with just anyone. This was clearly something that was worth keeping quiet about. Do you know a troll named Jasper Horst?
Horst? Horst? Is Horst here in Ankh-Morpork? Mark my words, young man, this is poor augur for us all. Yes, yes, I suspect we shall find Horst is involved in Regin's disappearance.
Frankly, I'm not convinced he has anything to do with Reagan's disappearance.
Well, all the same, watch your step if Horst is in town.
Got it. To be fair, I don't trust Horst. I don't particularly trust Carlotta either.
Is there anything useful you could tell me about Reagan that would help me find him?
Only that he was a dwarf, a good driver, and that he liked a rat burger as much as the next dwarf.
Rat burger. Lovely. Well, Count, old boy, I'll see you later.
I'll be back later.
I look forward to it.
Great, so now I'm on the payroll of multiple people, and the butler is gone. Oh, there he is. A book? This wasn't here before, was it?
The book was an old edition of Twerp's Peerage. Probably a collector's item. Why do rich families feel the need to leave old, valuable books lying around in their reception halls?
I don't know, it looks rustic.
It's bad enough that they have so much more money than you without rubbing it in.
Can I do something with it?
The book was about the lineage and heraldry of the nobility of the city of Ankh. I didn't understand much of it, but I noticed that there were handwritten corrections in it.
Well, I didn't make a note of it in my notebook.
I confess, I was There was something about I think it might have been the thought that it probably cost more to make than everything I owned.
Probably. Well, let's get cracking. We have so many cases now, and so much money coming in. Not now, we haven't seen a dime, but soon. Soon. Alright, so I have to find a dwarf as well. Let's go back to my office. Maybe stuff has happened. Any note on the floor? I'm still waiting for Sapphire to arrange that meeting, but I guess we're waiting for something else. No, not waiting. I guess we need to do something else. At least there's no more uninvited people breaking into my office today.
Have you seen Ilsa recently? You weren't expecting her to be here, were you? No, I wasn't. I've not seen her for a while. Last time she was here, she was with a foreign gentleman. I think he might have been from the Agatean Empire. Yeah, that'd be 2 conkers, I guess. How come you know about the Agatean Empire? That's not common knowledge, is it? Worked the piano for enough years and you hear just about everything. Any idea where they might be now? I don't know, Mr. Luton, but I think they might be in trouble. You could be right.
Yeah, we haven't seen them since the attack at the casino.
What can you tell me about any interesting cargo that's come into Ankh-Morpork recently? Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know anything about that.
You are a sucky vampire, Samael. You don't know anything about anybody.
Do you recognize the dwarf in this iconograph?
Do you recognize?
Sorry, Mr. Luton.
Of course you don't recognize. What was I thinking?
Does this shipping order mean anything to you? Sorry, Mr. Luton.
Hey, Watchman. Can you take a look at something?
I'm back.
Let's have a party.
Yeah, let's. Come on.
I've come to collect some cargo.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna swallow that, aren't I? I mean, you come up asking questions about cargo, and I won't tell you about the cargo. Then, miraculously, you're here to collect some cargo.
Damn, there's no getting around this guy.
You must think I was born yesterday.
Well, I can always take this shipping order to your boss and say that you wouldn't let me collect my cargo.
Okay. Well, let's not be too hasty, eh?
No, we won't. Just get my cargo.
I mean, I have to be skeptical, right?
Yeah, you never know what kind of criminal might attempt to do this.
I'm a watchman.
You are. You're the best watchman.
Where would we be if people like me weren't just a little bit cynical?
I don't know where we would be. Where? Not here.
All right. You win.
I eventually persuaded the watchman to show me the ledger for the recent deliveries.
Sucker.
The Milka had been carrying some wine barrels that were shipped to the Café Ankh and some crates under the name Varberg.
Cafe, I was just there. Samael, you're hiding shit.
According to the watchman, they were collected by the Guild of Archaeologists, Antiquarians, and Tomb Evacuators. I guess somewhere was the von Uberwald crate that went with the shipping order, but the watchman didn't know about it, and there was no sign of it in the warehouse.
Well.
The doors led into the warehouse itself.
New location? Why doesn't it do something? Oh, okay, so the pier is now not active anymore. We're done there. Come on, I got a notification that there's a new location. Here we go, Guild of Archaeologists.
Ankh-Morpork was home to around 300 guilds, most of which festered in the space between Unseen University and the Patrician's Palace like fungus. From the Assassin's Guild to the Beggar's Guild, every one a proud group of individuals basking in their mutual arrogance. I hated them for their smugness. I hated their petty bickering. But most of all, I hated that I wasn't part of one.
Oh. That's so sad. Isn't there a guild of detectives? Well, I guess that would be the police, but never mind.
The door into the guild has a hatch on it. I guess they didn't have an open door policy.
Just like the tombs they explore. They don't have an open door.
Hello? Open up.
All right. Hold on. What do you want?
What do you want?
Can I come in?
Are you a member?
No.
Then no. This is members only.
You only allow members into the guild?
That's what I said. I wasn't kidding.
What happens if something goes wrong with your plumbing?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you let the plumbers in to fix the problem?
Yes, we do.
Are they members of the guild?
No. We sign them in.
If you signed me in, I could come in, right?
That's right.
Then what do I have to do to get you to sign me in?
There's nothing you can do that'll make me sign you in. I just don't like you.
You don't like me?
Me? What did I do?
What kind of excuse is that?
Yeah.
It's the truth.
How else can I get in?
Find another guild member to sign you in, or become a guild member.
Great.
How do I become a guild member?
So I have to wait around here for a guild member willing to sign me in to turn up.
Don't hold your breath.
How do I become a member, then?
You need to find a member of the guild to endorse you.
Never mind. I can spot a lost cause when I see one.
Ooh, I got way more stuff. Wine barrels, the von Uberwald crate, and Warburg crates.
Do you know anything about the wine barrels the Milka was carrying?
Stop wasting my time.
What about the fact that you stole from the Uberwalds?
Do you know anything about the crate belonging to the von Uberwalds that was on the Milka?
Stop wasting my time.
He's not going to talk to us unless we get a guild member to vouch for us, right?
Some crates from the Milka were brought here. They're in the name Warburg.
I can't discuss that with you. That's official guild business.
Wow. I could almost hear the capital letters. Do you know anything about a golden sword?
A golden sword, you say? The gods must be growing unimaginative. Swords to steal souls, swords to proclaim kings.
He sounds like he's already drunk.
You'd think they could come up with something new after all this time. It's always swords. Or if it's not, it's horns. Horns to summon the armies of the dead. Horns to bring about the apocalypse.
Forget I mentioned it.
I guess he hasn't heard of it, which is weird.
Do you know Ilsa and Two Conkers?
Oh, yes. They're from out of town, but they have a fully paid-up membership of the guild.
You don't say. So now we need to really find them.
Really?
Would I lie to you?
Yes, but not regarding this, I guess.
Plenty of people would.
Yeah, but plenty of people dislike you as well. But only I come out and tell you to your face.
I guess that makes us friends now?
See? I'm honest about my hatred of almost everyone.
I respect that. I really do.
That must make the lonely winter evenings all the more bearable. Is Horst a member of the guild?
Horst? You must be joking.
Why?
Horst is a treasure hunter of the lowest possible kind. Money is all he cares about. No, the guild would never take him, even if he applied.
Damn. Of course it would be the two people that are members, and that I have no idea where they went.
Do you recognize the dwarf in this iconograph?
Never heard.
Do you know what this is?
It looks like a coin from the early Tsortian Empire to me. Quite impressive.
What's it worth to you?
Not exactly valuable, but a nice piece all the same.
Damn, I thought I could buy my way in.
Should be in a museum, that should.
I could donate it to the guild if you'd like.
Come on.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yes, it would be nice.
Would you let me in then?
No,
Oh.
but I wouldn't dislike you quite as much.
Hey, we're going somewhere.
Forget it.
Yeah, but you can't have it. I don't care if you like me or dislike me. You gotta let me in, man. Well, it's pretty clear that we have to go find Ilsa and two conkers.
I guess that's it for now then.
Good. Don't hurry back.
The guild coat of arms was clearly displayed, along with the guild motto, Serpentis Odi. I don't think the guild would have been happy with...
So, at this point, we need to go maybe to Cafe Ankh and talk to Samael? Oh, hey doggy. I almost didn't see you because you're made of shadow.
I wasn't an expert on dogs, but I thought that this black thoroughbred dog was a Klachian hound, also known as the Kelef Klachani. Small, proud, and ruthless, the Kelef Klachani were prized by dog breeders throughout the Circle Sea. What this one was doing out on the streets was anyone's guess.
So it was a rare breed of dog. Just out on the streets? Little puppy? Little popper?
I thought about petting the dog, but there was something about the way he looked that made me think twice, maybe even 3 times about it.
Let me guess, he doesn't very much like me either. So someone lost a very precious dog. I don't have any snacks on me, do I? Not quite. I do have a diamond tooth. Do they eat diamond? Well, I guess that's not how it works. Interesting. Why is there such a rare breed of dog just outside here in the rain? More on that later. Actually, we did see a golem that was handling wine barrels. Yeah, nothing to say here.
I guess I never really noticed that the Cafe Ankh had a wine cellar before. Perhaps if they'd run out of drinks at the bar, I'd have been more inclined to investigate. I knew full well that I wouldn't be able to get down there without permission and the right key.
Time to talk to Samael. Maybe that's why he stopped playing, and maybe now he can actually tell us something useful.
Samael, Mr. Luton.
Mr. Luton.
Apparently some of the cargo on the Milka was delivered here. That's right. The Milka always brings us a supply of Ephebian wine. Where is it now? Most of it is still in the wine cellar. We sell some of it on. Who to? Lots of different people. I have a box of receipts in the cellar if you're interested. Sure. I'll give you the key.
Cheers. Ah, it's so nice to have compliant people. Da-da-da-da.
Some ale, Mr. Luton.
We're not done here.
Do you know anything about the crate belonging to the von Uberwalds that was on the Milka?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about the Warburg crates that were on the Milka?
Sorry, Mr. Luton.
They were here, weren't they? Ah, never mind. You've been, I guess as useful as ever. Thanks for the key, man. To the cellar.
Years ago, it would have been my dream to stand in the Café Ank's wine cellar.
Ilsa, and two so that's where you were hiding.
So many barrels of my favorite vintage. I used to dream of Ilsa, too, from time to time. So when I walked in to find Ilsa there, I had to check I wasn't wearing my pajamas.
Unless you wear a trench coat to sleep as well. What happened? And sorry, I skipped over some dialogue. It got stuck for some reason.
Most of the wine barrels in the Café Ank's cellar had been brought into Ankh-Morpork on the Milka. I didn't really need a wine barrel.
Oh, this is a situation that calls for wine. Ilsa.
My ex-lover Ilsa and her companion Two Conkers were hiding out from the Assassin's Guild in the wine cellar.
And Samael didn't know?
Two Conkers wasn't looking so good. Frankly, he was lucky to be alive.
Yeah, pretty much. Wine barrels? Okay, let's talk to the happy couple.
Hello again, Ilsa. I can see I'm going to have to get used to finding you where I least expect. You didn't say goodbye at the casino. What happened to you?
We got away, thanks to you.
You're welcome.
It was nothing.
It wasn't nothing. You saved our lives, Luton.
Lulu? Is that you?
Lulu.
What's up with him?
He's delirious. He's been injured.
Let me have a look at his wound.
He'll be fine. He needs a chance to rest, that's all. He fades in and out a little, but he'll be okay.
What happened?
It was Remora. He's been following us. He won't quit.
He's an assassin. It's his job. Once they've been paid, the target is as good as dead. They never renege on a contract. They throw great soirees as well, and if they invite you, they won't take no for an answer.
That's not much comfort.
Well, at least you know if an assassin kills you, you're not going to be killed by some thug.
Oh, that's reassuring, I guess.
They're very efficient at it. Practice makes perfect, you might say. I was going to be an assassin once.
What happened?
The usual. Forces outside my control.
It is you! From casino! You save our life. We to be in your debt.
I guess you to be just that.
You to be, yes.
We need your help, Luton.
Haven't I done enough for you?
I know it's a lot to ask after what happened.
Women.
Women, man.
It's never enough for you, is it?
Never enough for us women.
Please, you have to find us somewhere safe to hide.
Why? Why should I do that for you? Why should I do anything for you?
Not for what happened, Luton. For what we had, once.
We had a dream. Trouble is, I woke up and I could still remember it. Does he know about us?
Two Conkers? No, I never told him.
Why not?
He's my husband.
You're married?
I always was.
Oh.
Even when I met you.
Oh.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's not as simple as that. I met Two Conkers in Ikalpon. He was on a secret dig for the Sun Emperor and we fell in love.
I thought the Agateans weren't supposed to know about the outside world.
That's true, but the outside world isn't supposed to know about the Agatean Empire either. Trouble is, centuries ago, their empire spread beyond the counterweight continent, and there's archaeological evidence for the strange and charmed Quack dynasties all along the Turnwise Ocean coast. The Sun Emperor sent Two Conkers out to cover up the evidence.
This doesn't explain why you didn't tell me you were married when we met.
Two Conkers went back to the Agatean Empire, and I stayed behind. He wasn't sure I'd be safe there as an outsider. I didn't think I'd ever see him again. He might as well have died. I almost died too, until I met you.
Great. I was your number 2 husband.
You don't understand, Luton. I didn't love two conkers. I mean, I was infatuated with him, and he needed me. I was nothing before I met him. He gave me a purpose. He gave me a life.
Oh, that's good, because he took mine. At least his accounts will balance. He came back, didn't he? That's why you left me.
Yes. I got a letter from him saying that the government had been overthrown and the empire was a new world. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't think you'd understand.
At least you got that right. So you're Mrs. Ilsa Conkers.
No. I kept my maiden name. Our marriage was supposed to be a secret.
Two conkers. Let's talk about you being members in the guild, because right now that's ancient history. And we're with Carlotta now? Are we? Aren't we? It's too complicated. I know, man.
So you've been traveling with two conkers for quite a while now.
Yes, we've been making our way around the Circle Sea. There have been several digs.
And everything you find goes back to the Agatean Empire.
No, not now. There's no point. Most of it comes here to Ankh-Morpork. We give it to the Guild of Archaeologists, Antiquarians, and Tomb Evacuators. They have quite a collection of artifacts.
That's it? You spend your life digging up junk that no one ever sees?
We're looking for something. Something two conkers wants to take back to the Agatean Empire.
What is it?
A jewel.
Jewel. Find jewel, yes?
Tell me about this jewel.
Gold-plated jewel. Very old.
I thought the Agatean Empire had plenty of gold.
Special artifact. Gold to be making it come from Agatean Empire. Stolen by one of your gods. Great fortune to Empire if it can be returned to us.
How will you know if you found it?
Gold-plated jewel not common. This jewel be having inscription. Unquam paratas.
It means forever ready.
You don't even know if this jewel actually exists, do you?
We've just come from a dig in Sorta. It's a village near the ruins of the ancient city of Sort. We found inscriptions there of many artifacts, including this jewel. It exists, all right. We just haven't been able to find it.
Great. Golden swords, gold-plated jewels.
If all these inscriptions were in Sorta, what are you doing here in Ankh-Morpork?
That's just it. The inscriptions claim that the jewel is here in Ankh-Morpork. Apparently, after the fall of Sort, the jewel was held by monks in the village of Sorta. But over 4 centuries, the Knights of the Order of the Sacred Tulip went out on quests to find it.
Why?
They were knights. They went on foolish quests all the time.
Fair enough, that's kind of their thing.
It was a knight thing.
Yeah, it's a knight thing.
I think all the different orders competed to outdo each other in foolishness. I heard the Knights of the Fairly Pink Triangle spent 2 centuries looking for a better name.
Fairly Pink Triangle.
And you think one of the knights found it?
Apparently. The inscription said he took it to Ankh-Morpork, there to guard it forever.
Forever?
They have a tendency to exaggerate everything.
Stop clicking me.
It probably meant nearly forever.
You two must know about a lot of ancient artifacts.
Of course. Why do you ask?
Ever heard of a golden sword?
Golden sword. You have to be being more precise. Must be 50 golden sword artifacts in Agatean Empire alone.
But then they do have a lot of gold. That's why they call it the Orient.
Orient. Aw, that's awesome. So clever.
Have you heard of the counterweight killings?
The what?
The counterweight killings. Word is all across town, it seems.
That's what they were talking about in the casino. a foreign assassin in town killing prominent officials.
That's it. The ritualistic murders in town. People must have heard about two conkers, and word has got around that there's someone from the counterweight continent in town.
The rumors must have got mixed up somehow.
There's no somehow about it. Rumors always get mixed up. Do you think the Duke of Earl is really as stupid as people believe? Of course not. But every time someone does something stupid and no one can remember who did it, it gets blamed on the Duke.
You mean he doesn't have the mental powers of a mushroom?
Well, there's some truth in all rumors.
So people think Two Conkers is an assassin. This is insane. He couldn't hurt a fly. He couldn't even catch a fly. Come to think of it, he couldn't even catch a cold.
It doesn't matter whether or not he is an assassin, only that people think he is.
Well, can't we just go to the patrician and get the whole thing cleared up?
We could. But his idea of clearing the whole thing up probably means handing two conkers over to the Assassin's Guild.
Including yourself, Ilsa.
He rates tidiness over justice.
It's quicker that way, I guess.
Would they let us go if we explained?
Probably not. It takes too long.
They don't care whether he's an assassin or not. They've been paid. It's all over but the receipt.
Then you're our only chance. Help us, Luton.
Oh dear.
You're our only hope.
No.
What do you want me to do?
You have to find somewhere safe for us to hide Two Conkers.
Well, that rules out my office, first of all.
Somewhere that no one in their right mind would look for him.
Definitely not my office.
Please, Luton.
Listen to me. Nowhere is safe. There's nothing I can do for him. I can't help you.
At least think about it.
That isn't going to take me long. I didn't see any point. Sheesh, they probably wouldn't know anything. Do you know a troll named Jasper Horst?
Horst. I've heard of him. He's a treasure hunter, isn't he?
So it seems.
I heard that one of his employees was in Sota when we were. I don't know what they were doing, though.
Do you recognize the dwarf in this iconograph?
Sorry, but they're not...
Does this coin mean anything?
My word! That looks just like 2305.
What?
Number 2305. One of the artifacts we dug up in Sota. It's an early Sortian coin, I think. Your having one would seem to confirm that.
What makes you say that?
Well, we only found one, so we thought it might be a seal with some symbolic or cultural significance. But if there's more than one, then it's probably just a coin.
Is it valuable?
Not really.
So, I really would like to discuss with you the fact that I want to get inside the guild.
Do you know anything about the wine barrels the Milka was carrying?
Sorry, Luton. We don't know anything about that.
What about this?
Do you know anything about the crate belonging to the von Uberwalds that was on the Milka?
I don't think we can help you with that.
Can you help me with this?
I'm trying to track some of the cargo on the Milka. A set of crates that were supposed to belong to a Varberg.
That's me. Ilsa Varberg.
You never told me your name was Varberg.
Names weren't that important to us back then, if you remember.
Interesting.
I guess not. So the crates are yours?
Mine and Two Conkers, yes. They should be at the Guild of Archaeologists by now.
What was in them?
Artifacts from the dig in Sota. Nothing valuable except in the historical sense.
I need to get to them.
I can get you into the guild if you want.
Yes, I'd really want that.
But it'll cost you.
What do you want?
Find us somewhere safe to hide Two Conkers.
Damn.
He's not safe while Remora is looking for him.
Damn.
That's true. But nowhere in the city is going to be safe.
You'll have to find somewhere that no one would even think of looking for him.
It'd take a miracle to conceal Two Conkers, and the patrician has outlawed miracles.
He's outlawed miracles.
That's my price.
All right.
If you hide Two Conkers, I'll sign you into the guild. You'll never get in there without me.
I'll do what I can. That's all I can do.
That's all I ask.
If I find somewhere to hide him, you'll take me to the crates?
I'll get you into the guild, but you're on your own after that. That's my offer. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
What did we write down? Hiding place.
If I find somewhere to hide him...
Yeah, okay. Hiding place. Maybe Samael might be able to help?
I'll be back.
We're not going anywhere.
Well, this is a pretty good hiding place. Where could we hide them? Not many places to put them. Luden is kind of right. There's nowhere in the city that he'd be safe.
Samael,
Mr.
with the Assassin's Guild looking everywhere for two conkers, I couldn't trust anyone enough to tell them I was looking for somewhere safe to hide him.
Not even Samael? Oh, okay. Who can I trust to ask about this? Carlotta? Maybe? Since we're a thing now? Maybe?
Is Carlotta home?
Alas, no. What a shame that says perhaps I would like to
Tell her.
why my loins...
Is the Count...
But he...
I've got a few more questions for you, Count.
Yes, good questions. Go on.
Can you suggest a hiding place?
With the Assassin's Guild looking everywhere for two conkers, I couldn't trust anyone enough to tell them...
So I couldn't tell anyone. Anyone? Anyone. Alright, I'm still looking for Regan. And, Carlotta's fucked off. Horse's quarters. Actually... I was hoping that there was someone in here, or something else new. Not yet.
I need...
They...
With the assassin...
No, I can't ask anyone about it.
The Milka brought some interesting cargo into Ankh-Morpork, I heard.
Oh, yes. Most people know that the Milka is part of the advanced fleet for the Klatchian Navy, but not everyone knows that they are smuggling top-grade Klatchian pornography into the city.
Really? Tell me more.
It's all part of the Brindisian Illuminati's plot to corrupt the moral minority and make Ankh-Morpork the most depraved city on the Discworld.
I thought it was already the most depraved city on the Discworld.
It's already the
Yeah.
most depraved city on the Discworld.
Now you see what we're up against. Actually, the porn wasn't a patch on the homemade stuff.
What do you know about a golden sword?
Sword? Sword? You are not worthy to talk of that. Be silent, lest I smite you.
Oh, smite me, oh mighty smiter.
Never speak of the sword again until you have proved yourself worthy in the eyes of Errata.
How do I prove myself worthy? I guess we'll never know.
Do you know anything about obscure jewels?
I know that the tear of Offla has been stolen again.
Again?
They spend 1 month of the year admiring it in the lost jeweled Temple of Doom, and 11 months of the year tracking it down after someone steals it.
Sounds quite tedious.
And the other month?
In the 13th month, they have to fill out all their insurance forms.
In sewer ants.
In sewer ants?
An Agatean concept. People pay money against the odds of a particular disaster or theft occurring. It's complicated.
What can you tell me about Jasper Horst?
Horst is a major player in several conspiracies.
Oh, here we go.
The Brindisian Illuminati are still after him for stealing the unholy pail. Certainly not someone to be messed with.
Understood.
Do you know a dwarf named Regan?
Ah, yes. He's a member of the Shin Kicker Triad.
Is he?
A minor player, though.
I don't know what to do with that.
Do you know what this is?
It's a Hersheben groat.
Ah,
What's a Hersheben groat worth?
Nothing. Unless you want to hire a member of the Hashishim, the first assassins.
The Hashishim?
The original assassins.
the OG assassins. because they were gangsters.
A band of mad killers who are feared throughout Hubwood Clatch. They derived their name from the huge quantities of hashish they consume.
The huge quantities.
They are unique among killers in being both deadly and, at the same time, inclined to giggle and wear beads.
That's an interesting mix.
The ones with the flared trousers are the most deadly of all.
And you'd pay one with a Hersheban groat.
No, but if you give it to one, he'll stare at it for hours and leave you alone.
So it's a distraction device. It keeps you safe. Man, I'm learning so much from you, Malaclypse.